I'm back. Once again, I'm going to demonstrate how to assemble the Amagabeli live animal pressure plate trap. The previous version was a hook trap with the bait hanging on the hook. This version is a pressure plate which traps animals by allowing them to stumble onto the pressure plate, which it triggers the trap door to close. This is the way the trap comes pre-assembled or disassembled in a box. And it's necessary to take all the parts out and get them out in the open as you open up the trap and start the assembly. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate here. Two small items come. Here's a washer and a cottler pin. You're going to want to set those to the side. You're going to need those later. This is the door. It has two block barriers here on this side. And this is the pressure plate. This is a little challenging to put in. It takes a little ingenuity to get it turned around so you can put it into position. We're going to demonstrate that later. So step one was to open up the trap and put it into its rectangular shape, which is really simple. It folds right out. Once you get to this stage, I lift it and let the door hinge come out on the front side here. And I'm going to turn it around and show you here on the back end where you reach in and grab the back and just pull it into position. There's four clasps here that grip it and hold it into place back here. And that maintains the shape of the cage in its rectangular shape. Here on this side, this hook holds the door brace or the door frame in place. You may have to bend it a little bit, but not too much. You want to keep it tight on the door. But before we get into the door, we have to install the pressure plate. You want to make sure you put it in with this L-shaped lever on the same side as your trap lever here on this side. They have to connect to each other. So in I go, and I'm going to tilt the pressure plate up like this until I get the bottom hook into the hole, and then let it come back down flat and put this bar through the other hole on the other side. Now, it's in place. On the opposite side, this is where the washer and the cottler pin come in handy. They're going to keep the pressure plate from ever dislodging or coming out of the cage. Put the washer on, insert the cottler pin. You may have to lift the cage a little bit, and you have to pry the cottler pin open and wrap it a little bit like this so that it doesn't get stuck on the ground, and that'll lock your pressure plate into place. Now you're ready to install the door. Installing the door is very easy. Step one is to lift this. You're going to have to move this bar out of the way and line up the door here and here to get it to fit into place tightly. That side, this side. I found that when I did this, I actually had to slide it down here. You can move it as need be, left or right, to make sure that it lines up properly. This is the most challenging part of the whole assembly there. So you can see that the bar is inside of this clamp. This bar is inside of this clamp. And then use this hook to reach over and lock it in place, like that. Now you're ready to slide the door in. And what you'll see right off the bat, immediately is the door trips the lever. And that's how the door closes. This lever is gonna come in handy later when setting the trap. This is what holds the door open. When the animal steps on the pressure plate, it triggers a trap. So, now we reach the final part where I'm gonna show you how to set the trap. These two bars here, again, they have to line up. So lift the door above the bar, hold it on this end, and line them up on this end. There. The pressure plate is being held in place or holding the bar in place to prevent the door from closing. And I'll demonstrate what happens when the animal steps on the pressure plate. The door closes. I'll do it from another angle so you can see the door actually close. Resetting the trap. Making sure that the bars are, the two arms are lined up accordingly. You're going to want to change your angle a little bit so you can see the door. You have the door in the shot. Okay, the animal goes in, goes for the bait in the back, steps on the plate, and the trap is sprung. That should do it. Thank you for your time.